And away we go. I had to go talk to Mr. Goofy and Mrs. Jpaydirt. They're out looking for Steve the cat. Steve the cat has disappeared. That's my brother. He's got him an old Cherry 55 4-door Chevy. They paid like $100 or something for it. It's got a straight 6 in it. Runs like a sewing machine. I was worried about Petey there for a while. I changed the fuel filter and it wouldn't run at all on number 1. It was just ice cold. And well, it warmed up a little, and then I wound it up, and then it cleared up. So we've just had a terrible time with this thing plugging fuel filters. So I have bought the cure, and you're going to get to see the cure. Holy cow, he's passing me. I didn't even see him. There's a bad bump in the road here. That must be what he's avoiding. Right there. These utility companies come in and they bore under the road with those pneumatic moles, and they hump the asphalt, and then our county doesn't do anything about it. You know, most, I don't know how it is in your area, but most counties require a bond for you to cut the road or bore under it, so that if you do damage, your bond will pay for it. But our county doesn't seem to understand what that is, so I'm gonna go this way because I got to go up here where I got to get into this canal. I got to figure out which driveway I can use. I'll be coming the other direction, and I'll have to turn left, and it could get kind of dicey depending on the traffic. Yeah, I took that fuel filter off this thing the other day, and right on top was like, looked like a big old seed, like off a tree, stuck in there. So I don't know what's in the tanks, but it has just been plugging fuel filters like crazy. I gotta either come in this driveway and around, or I gotta come in right here on the far side of the canal. Yeah, I can't do that. There's tree branch. I'm gonna have to go around the long way. Good thing I came this way to figure out which way I gotta go. couple loads of dirt first and then come back and start hauling some pit run gravel. Oh, Petey needs to go on a diet. She weighs 22,380 without my fat butt in there. So add another 145 pounds. So we came over and stripped all this dirt off for them. And it's crazy here. You'd think 6 inches into the dirt or a foot you'd have gravel. And you do in some places, but in other places it's 3 or 4 feet deep. And it looks like they let the guys crush and strip a bunch with a cat, which means now that dirt's all going to be, yep, it's got gravel in it. It's going to be completely useless for topsoil. Should have called old Jeff to come over and strip that off with scrapers, boys. We get her clean. Completely clean, boys. Here, I don't know where he went. Went down the pit. Looks like he's loading another truck, so I gotta wait. Okay, so apparently I'm gonna get the dirty stuff. I don't care if there's some rocks in it. It ain't gonna matter for what I'm doing. Cold out there. I gotta roll the window up, man. It's cold. Cold. You saw that on the bridge back there, on this side of the bridge. They have cut the asphalt out, they've compacted, they put it back, and then they had to patch over it again. And I think it's the same reason that they're having sinkholes up here in the canal. I think it's gophers. Gophers bored holes all over, and then the water gets into it, runs out in this silty dirt and down in the gravel, and things just start sinking. I mean, there's got to be a correlation between that up there sinking. It's been fine for the last 60, well, that road's been there for probably 75 years, 80, and it never sank, and then up until last year, all of a sudden it sank. And then all of a sudden, about the same time, they got sinkholes over here. So I'm betting you money it's gophers. So that's where I took all the trees and stuff out. So I gotta see if I can get around this end to go dump that dirt. And looks like we got some metal fence posts here. going down. That ain't good. I'm gonna have to get a sharper angle at this here. Holy cow, both front wheels went down. Holy smoke, something going on there. Gopher holes or something. I don't know if I can even get in there. I can't go the other way because I got tree branches up the wazoo. I can't get in there. Holy moly. This don't look good, boys. Ooh wee, holy sheesh. Holy moly. That was soft. Still soft. Oh, 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 oh. Oh well, I made it. If I made it once, I can do it twice, can I? You know, I don't think that's gonna work. I think you need about 4 of them. It's amazing how one little dump truck full of gravel just doesn't go very far. But on the positive side, it dumped out clean, nothing stuck inside the truck. So I was just talking with the ditch rider, and we walked down the bottom of the canal. It's just full of gopher holes in the bottom. So that's what's causing the problem, gophers. So the landowners got it. They're going to take care of this time on their dime. But after this, it's on the landowner. He's got to clean the gophers up. So I'm in Petey today. See all them black clouds there? So when I got up this morning, we had a couple inches of snow, and it's melted off. I don't know if this storm there is going to hit us or go around us. I don't know. But I'm hauling gravel for a gentleman here who works over to Agri Service with my brother, Metro 8024. Don't believe a word that son bitch tells you. I'll tell you what, that guy. Anyway, he's building the shop, so I'm hauling him some gravel over here. Petey's running like a watch. Chuggity chug 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 like a common should. It's a little soft out here, but that's why we're putting down plenty of gravel. I love this lift tailgate because it lifts everything right up out of the way. You probably ain't gonna be able to see Squanto there, but lifts the gate out of the way so when you dump it a big old blob, the gate isn't jamming itself into the pile. I love it. Anyway, I'm very grateful that my buddy Lauren sold this truck to me. Been a good truck. Needs kingpins. Steering wheel is starting to, wheels are going and it's wearing them on the inside real bad. So I got to get some kingpins in it. I probably already ruined the tires. Gonna ruin the tires. It's one of those things where you catch it a little too late and then you're too busy. I'll do that later. A little later never comes. Anyway, Jake's given his 2 weeks notice for driving field truck. So he's going to be here in 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks I'm headed to Minnesota because that guy's been awful nice. And he's hung on to those tracks. I'm also going to buy a D9HU dozer from him, a real nice one. And anyway, I got to get back there and get him his money. And then I don't know, probably going to be so busy I'm probably just going to have to hire somebody to haul it. I can make more money working than I can getting the truck and go back to Minnesota. I'll make more money than I'll save trying to do it myself, I think. Anyway, it's a beautiful day, haha. It's cold, windy. Probably get some more snow. Anyway, that's a pretty quick little haul. I'm making around about every 30 minutes, so 2 loads an hour. Pretty good at math, ain't I? Around even here in my little area. See that car that just passed me? Did you see their windshield? You couldn't see squat in there. I wonder what that is. Looks kind of cool. Probably get the cops stopping you all the time trying to see if your shade's too dark. It looked just like something that reflects. One-way glass. This guy up here on the left's got an N14 sitting in his driveway. Last fall he must have put a remand in. Anyway, it's just sitting there. Looks like an electronic motor. I'm trying to slap my hands and slap my face and not stopping by and asking him if it's for sale. An electronic motor, they're really, the camshaft's different, the rocker boxes are different, but I think the heads and the block and the crank, everything are all the same. Anyway, he's loading me over here on this eye wall. It ain't caved off yet. I'm kind of careful not to back up too far, but right there you can see that streak of dirt, so that's where I back up. I don't really want the dirt too bad, but I think if he stayed here after I left and caved that off and mixed it together, I think it'd be fine. Anyway, their case loader was down the other day. I couldn't haul any gravel because it had DPF problems, regen problems. Imagine that. 223. So I got a book here and I write down my time. Is it really 2? There's no way. I read that wrong. How's that possible? Oh, that's right. 223. 223. They have a record up there to scale, but I keep my own record so I can see what, you know, that way when I get theirs, if there's a discrepancy on tonnage, I have a time when I pulled in and he started loading me, and then the time across the scale is going to be 2 or 3 minutes after that. so I can pretty much tell what's going on. That way I don't accidentally get charged for material I didn't actually haul. So a lot of people have always asked me why I don't get a crusher and crush lava rock. This is why. You see this ground right here? This is pit run all the way to water. Probably about 100 feet deep. You want to go all the way to the lava rock, but you'd probably be at about, I'm gonna say 60 feet of water to do that. There we go. That's GLM Construction that does their crushing. We used to call Gale Conehead. Get it? Cone crusher, Conehead. Conehead the crusher. I haven't seen the guy for years, and he's my neighbor. When he first started crushing on his own, I used to move him around, get the truck, and I used to get the Mack truck and the lowboy and move his loader or whatever. And then he had another guy with a Peterbilt. Nothing against Peterbilts, but it wasn't a very heavy truck. My Mack truck had a 375 V8 Mack, 866 Mack, and then I had a 125 15 RTLO 125 15 and 44,000 pound Mack rears. I think they're a 456 ratio. And oh, damn synchronizer. Anyway, he got the guy with the Peterbilt to hook onto his crusher. And you know how crushers are, they get crap all around in the wheels and whatever. He dropped the clutch and twisted the driveline off. Anyway, they pulled his truck out from under the crusher and then asked me to hook onto it with the Mack. So I just backed in there and put the deep under in and put it in first gear, just dumped the clutch, and away we went. That other guy wasn't very happy about that because all them other guys were laughing. They says, "Here, let's get Anderson, he's got a real truck." And that Mack was a heavy duty truck that was indestructible. Other than that V8 Mack, that wasn't. It ran for a long time, and then it finally something happened to a rod bearing. It started knocking, lost the oil pressure. What happens in a Mack V8 like that is the connecting rods on a V8, they hook onto the same rod journal, and they'll get rubbing each other and then take the bearings out. And when you assemble them, it's quite a procedure to make sure you get them straight and you get the clearance required between the rods. I think my engine actually got a little antifreeze in it. The liners were leaking under the flanges, and it was drinking some antifreeze, and I think the antifreeze is what took out the bearing. There's the Tin Man over there on the roof. See, you have to run this N14 different than a C15. You wind her up there 18, 19, 2000 to shift, and a C15 don't have any power up that high. No torque. So to go from a mechanical engine to an electronic, you feel that? You hear it? Front wheels are wobbling. Now they quit. I can feel a little kickback in the wheel. But anyway, to go from a mechanical to an electronic engine, it's you have to learn all over again. You have to remember to not wind it up like that and shift. But an old mechanical Cummins is not a motor you want to lug because of the PT fuel system. The lower your RPMs go, the lower your fuel pressure. And a cat mechanical doesn't work that way. You can lug them down, they still have pressure. But a PT fuel system is called pressure time. So the less pressure you got, the less power you put out. So that's why they tell you not to lug a Cummins. Okay, well, I think you've seen the whole route. Alright, headed for the last load of the day. Saturday tomorrow, the pit's not open. I gotta go look at a job in the morning. I'll probably go get the 336 off the canal bank. And yeah, probably better get that loaded up on the trailer. It's got other places to be. So I'll see you back at the dump. I'll show you what I've got done. Okay, that last load took me 22 minutes. 22 minutes. This was Thursday and tomorrow was Friday. I had to have this knocked out. But that ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna have to come back Monday. Monday. Okay, Jeff, where you going here, buddy? Right there. Back up right there, boy. This is gonna get tight when I get out to the end. I'm gonna have to be dumping the other way. Crossways, I think. I'm gonna have to get a crossways with it. Pew. Okay, I'll take you out there and show you what I got done. Woo, round and round you go till you're dizzy. There we go. Okay. Hyperdrive off. Box down, gate down. Yeah, don't stand under that, Jeff. I'm like, where'd the tailgate go? Oh, it's up there. It's gonna bash you in the head. You stand in the way. Yeah, I got some gravel stick up front. Oh, I'll get that out when I get home. Okay, so I don't know how many loads I got in here. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 15 loads today. Okay, so he's got a little tractor, he'll spread it out. Hey doggy, what's up? Pretty soft in here. A little bit soft. Okay. See ya tomorrow. Okay, so I have been down to Aberdeen to check up on Matt. Got the drone out, took some drone video. It's time to get in Petey and finish hauling gravel. So let's see if Petey will go. Go, Petey, go. There we go, Petey. I still think #1 injector is going to pot. I gotta get some injectors.
By the time we got into Tulsa town, we had 85 trucks in all, but there's a roadblock up on the...
Okay, I'm convoying gravel today in the Petey. We're gonna blow the scales today. I keep wondering when they're gonna turn this into a 4-lane road. They've turned it into 3 lanes. My understanding was they were going to go all the way to Riverside with 4 lanes, which would be awesome. So the customer leveled it all out. I'd say he did a fine job. I like it. He done good. You done good, Anthony. Down. All right. Probably, I don't know. It looks like he's low here and there and all over. So I got to go get quite a bit more. Oh, good morning. So I'm just running myself ragged going from job to job. The building pad is working on with Petey is pretty much to grade. I went over the other day and red-headed it with yellow red heads because that's all I had. Customer's done an awesome job spreading the gravel, so I gotta go over and check on that. Pad is only a 50 by 70, so it's not hardly big enough to get the 14 on and try to level it. And he's pretty good with these little John Deere tractors, so I'm gonna see if he can get it to grade. And then this weekend I told him he could rent a roller and roll it. But Matt's clear down there pulling some pipe out of that ditch, and this ditch here I've got to crawl in it with a 14 and see if I can clean it up. I got all the trees out. Later I'll show you down there what we're trying to do here. There's a ditch down there that runs north and south, and it's pretty flat. It's absolutely flat. It's got a high spot in the middle, but we're gonna make it run water both directions. So I'll show you when I get up there. It's a complicated deal.